Where should you open the negotiation? This is probably one of the most difficult problems to solve. If you are a buyer, should you start low to create negotiating space? If you are a seller, should you start high? On the other hand, should you make a realistic offer that allows only a little bit of negotiation space? Alternatively, should you make an offer that you expect the other side would accept? In this video, you will find out where you should pitch your offer or proposal, whether you should build in some maneuvering space, some flexibility, and how much. Hi, I'm Henk Botha, the negotiation advocate. I got this nickname from one of my students because besides my passion for negotiation and negotiation training, I'm also an advocate of the High Court of South Africa. So where should you pitch your proposal? My first and best advice is to aim higher and do better. While deciding your opening position, keep in mind that if you are a seller, aim higher to do better. If you are a buyer, aim lower to get better agreements. Many studies have shown that persons with high expectations make better agreements. For instance, 2 university professors tried an experiment. With a barrier between the negotiators had to exchange offers and demands. Their instructions were identical with just one exception. One negotiator's instruction mentioned a target settlement of 7.50, while the other negotiator's instruction mentioned a target of 2.50. They then negotiated with other persons. Those who expected 7.50 got it, while the others got agreements around 2.50. What is the lesson? Aim higher, do better. The tough negotiator's trademark is the inclusion of maximum flexibility into the negotiation range. Beginners often allow too little flexibility. Your first offer or request is very important since it influences everything that follows. If your opening proposal is too generous, you could increase the other side's expectations to an unrealistic level. On the other hand, if your proposal is too tight-fisted, the other side might break off the negotiations right in the beginning. The root of the problem is that you can never be sure where to start. If you start too low as a buyer, the seller might walk out. As a seller, you might chase away buyers by starting too high. If you make a more realistic offer, however, your maneuvering space diminishes. Even seasoned negotiators experience this problem. Experience does not avoid the trouble. At most, it limits it. Therefore, you will never be able to avoid this problem altogether. However, strike a balance between generosity and stinginess. Here's another important lesson, though. People who make generous first offers usually get weaker deals than people who make stingy first offers. Therefore, if you are in 2 minds about your opening proposal, lean towards stinginess. Understand that your counterpart will initially ask for more than what he or she would accept. Consequently, you must also do so to ensure that you will have enough maneuvering space if your counterpart moves. You won't always get what you want. Do you remember the 2 laws of negotiation? Here they are. Law number 1, if you don't ask, you won't get. In other words, you must make your own proposals. You must ask for what you want. Law number 2, if you do ask, you might get. Let me add 2 more laws of negotiation. Law number 3, if you ask much, you will often get much. And law number 4, if you ask a little, you will never get much. Let me share this tip with you. create enough maneuvering space. Many people dislike this. They prefer to start with their first proposal and then to stick to it. This is not really a negotiation approach. Remember, the other side must feel that they have won something by having negotiated. If you do not create enough maneuvering space, you cannot make the necessary concessions to arrive at a deal. For more information on negotiation, please visit my website or like me on Facebook. My website is henkbotha.com. I'm Henk Botha. Thank you for watching.